Go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Check the From the Shore to Be More show. Coming through strong with that podcast flow. Sunday afternoon or 2 to 3 p.m. slot. Got the Interstate 95 Turnpike hot. When you tune in, they don't just entertain. They come with the message that presses the brain. Those other podcasts, they seem microscopic. Cause they're the big dogs that drop the hot topics. So sure, be more dumb. You just stay ready for DJ Boom, Shaheem, and Montemi. Put them together, there's a treacherous string. From the tri-state area to the DMV. So sit back, relax, get your Sundays on. On after morning, gone before dawn. That positive vibe that we hitting so strong. With this podcast show, you can't go wrong. So, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go.
What's up, everybody? Hey, and welcome back to another episode of From the Shore to Be More. I am one of your hosts, the one, the only, Shaheem.
I am Deborah Singletary,
Woo!
aka I'm Debbie.
And of course, guess what you have in the building? It's the one and only DJ Boom here making it do what it do each and every Sunday right along with you two. What's happening?
Yes, he is. And yes, of course, we are the treacherous three of the tri-state area and the DMV. And it's good, great, fantastic even to see everybody back with us for another episode. We have a great topic for you guys, as we always do. But I really like this topic, guys. Just friends, ladies and gentlemen, adult friendships. And I need you guys to call on this one and check in and comment on this one. This one is going to be good. Wouldn't you say, guys?
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. This one I've been asking people all week long for their opinion on this topic. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty dang good.
It's gonna be spicy, which I like spicy. How about that? With that being said, I also have to remind everybody about last week's show, Inner Guidance. That was a fun one for me. I noticed that not too many people got a chance to see that. So guys, if you missed it, please go back and check it out. It was a great conversation, and I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it. Boom, you mind putting up that banner and letting everybody know what the number is? I want to remind people, like I said, why don't you guys call on this show? But call the show. We have a number for you guys to call the show live, and we encourage you to please do that. Be part of the fun. All right, 678-643-8905. Call, please participate. Also, I want to mention this too. You can send us your photos of your precious moments because we'd like to share those precious moments with you live on our show, like I am about to do now. It's been a busy summer for me. A lot of things been going on. It's been very busy. I gotta admit, I've been having a lot of fun. I must admit, spending a lot of money, having a lot of fun. But whatever. And just like the other week, where we got my mom, Boom's mom, and our aunts together, all the sisters together. My wife's family decided to do it for her mother and her sisters, which I thought was a fantastic thing. And so we did that yesterday. And so here are some pictures from that real fast. Here's a picture of course, you see my wife and her sister, Jamaica, with their mother, Brenda, but also their cousins, Ashley and Clea, with their mother, Aunt Maxine, who is my mother-in-law's sister. And so I want to shout them out, of course. And here's a picture of the two sisters together. There's a third sister. She couldn't make it. She wasn't feeling well that day. So I want to shout out her, Aunt Army. I want to shout you out. I know you couldn't make it. We missed you yesterday. I hope you're feeling better today. And of course, my wife would also kill me if I didn't show a picture of her and her sister. There's such, oh man, there's such hands for the camera. What can I tell you, everybody? But you can send in your precious moments too. Send them to FromTheShore2BeMore@gmail.com so we can share those moments with you guys too. I know you're having a fun summer, and we want to remind you, this is not just our show, me on Debbie and Boom. This is your show too. So please be part of it, everybody. We're doing this every week for you guys.
Absolutely. Stop being selfish. Stop being selfish.
Yeah, right. It feels a little bit like it. We're giving you guys everything we got. We're sharing everything. You guys share with us. We want to hear from you guys too, right?
Absolutely. I need to start doing that myself. Start uploading. First of all, I need to start taking pictures more. So I can upload and show what the heck I got going on in the world when I'm out in the world.
Yeah, I say all the time, I'm not of this generation, so it's not in me to just reach for a camera all the time, but I'm starting to get better at it because I want to share things with you guys with the things that I'm doing and why I'm going through my summer. And again, I encourage you guys to do the same thing and send us the photos. We want to see what you're doing out there. Maybe you might give us some ideas. How about that? Right?
Possibly, right?
Yeah. Before we move on, I absolutely have to mention the Olympics, everybody, which has been going on for the past, I think, 2 weeks now. And shout out to the United States. I mean, shout out to all the countries, but of course to my country, our country, the United States of America. That's right, the great old USA. We've been killing it in the games. We're leading with the most medals, of course, with 69. Unfortunately, China is ahead of us with gold medals. I think by one. The last time I checked, 1 or 2, whatever. The last time I checked, it was 18 goals for the United States. I think China has 19. 26 silver, 25 bronze. So I want to shout out again our athletes over there working their hearts out for representing the country. Basketball is still playing, everybody. We know we're going to win gold in that. But the men are being challenged. The girls are cruising. Shout out to the USA women's basketball team. But the men, they're being challenged, right? Right, Boom? Have you been paying attention?
Yeah, no, not to the best. I haven't been paying attention to most of it. I did catch the swimming though, and I seen how they was demolished. I mean, I seen one Ledecky, I think her name was
Katie Ledecky. I'm glad you brought her up.
I mean, demolished them. I said they're nowhere near her. She was back halfway up the pool when they were just getting touching.
No one was even close. That was the 800 meter when she swam 800 meters. She swam a bunch of events. I think she won. I don't want to get this wrong, but I think in this particular Olympics she won 3 or 4 golds. Anyway, Katie Ledecky is now the most decorated American woman in with medals. Ladies and gentlemen. So shout out to her. Big shout out.
Yeah, she was smashed.
I love it.
Smashed. Good grief. She looked like a motorboat in there. Yeah.
Well, you know how we say boys to men. I guess you would say women to girls in her case. The other girls just couldn't do anything with her. So shout out to her.
Right, absolutely. And you know, there was I'm sure everybody's seen it. And I was going to suggest this as the next topic of the show. That whole debacle with the whole boxing thing. I'm not going to fully go into it, but I have to 100% agree with that whole thing. So I think
everybody's talking about it.
Next show, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. When I saw that, I was like, "Oh, that's a disgrace. Why are we even allowing that? What is going on?"
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely have that conversation. Also, just real briefly before we move on, I want to mention Sha'Carri Richardson, the fastest woman in the world. Also, Noah Lyles, who's the fastest man in the world. Sha'Carri didn't win gold in her first heat. It's her first. She won silver. I know some people might have been disappointed. I don't think she got off to a great start in that particular race, but I know and I expect her to do a lot better in her next event. But I'm going to shout her out anyway. Shout out Sha'Carri. We're looking forward to you giving it your all in the next. How about that?
And they're so young. Noah Lyles is only 20. Noah Lyles is only 26, and Sha'Carri's only 24. So it's like, you know, they're so young. Go on and make it do what it do.
You can tell that they are young by how their bones move and their knees move.
Listen, I got an extra special shout out to Sha'Carri because Sha'Carri is an Aries like me, whose birthday is the day after mine. So special shout out to Sha'Carri, representing Aries Nation as we do in everything that we do. Come on, make it do what it do.
Right. Shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson. I think on Debbie had a visitor. She didn't shut her mic off, but she'll be back. She'll be back in 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep this ball rolling. It's the one. Now if it's your birthday, get on up. Now if it's your birthday,
good time, good time. We gonna have us a good time.
Happy birthday to all you Leos out there celebrating your birthday either today, in the past week, or the upcoming week. Happy birthday to all.
To all the Leos in
Right.
the building.
All the
They
Leos.
can
That's
do what
right.
it do, and it need to be done. Y'all have a fantastic Leo season. I rock with the Leos because y'all fire just like me.
The lions are roaring.
Yes, they are.
That was a little weak, but hey, you get the message.
Especially the women lions, boy. They be turning up. I know we turned up at the Moxie. I told you Moxie is 9-1. I didn't get home till 5 a.m. Friday night. So we be having so much fun down there at the Moxie. I keep going. Let's enjoy ourselves.
Shout out to them. Shout out to them for sure. All right, guys. You guys have anybody you want to recognize today? All right, on Debbie, you can go first.
Did we do Devana already?
I'm sorry, did we do who?
Devana, my niece, Brian's daughter. My brother Brian.
I think so, but ain't nothing wrong with shouting out.
Okay, so anyway, so I shouted out again. Also, this is our cousin Thurston's birthday season. So we shout him out.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
my third person, look at me, I got 3 people this time. And I meant to get a picture, but I couldn't figure out how to upload it. But August 7th is my father's birthday. And he was a very quiet man, but very, very dramatic. And when it was time for us to get a beating, and my mother thought our infraction was bad enough that she would have my father beat us, I would be like, oh, great, because he didn't know how to beat. He was all drama. Woo, woo. He took that whip, his belt, and we'd crawl under the bed, and he hit the bed. And every time he hit the bed, we go,
That's too funny. That's too funny.
Touching us with that belt, you hear me? But his drama was fearsome now. It was fearsome. So happy birthday, Daddy.
Listen, happy birthday, Granddad. His son knew better. His son picked up that mantle and wore it well.
That's funny.
And wore it well.
That is funny.
I got to shout out to quite a few people. But I'm going to start with Michaela, Hassan's daughter, Omni. His daughter, Michaela, her birthday is today. I got to shout out cousin Randy Samuel. Randy's birthday was yesterday.
Big shout out to Randy. Big shout out.
Tomorrow, I believe it's tomorrow. Today is the 4th or it's the 6th. It's Jawan, Samir's son Jawan. His birthday is coming. Samir's other son Josiah's birthday was the other day as well. So shout out to Josiah celebrating his birthday. Russell's sister Danielle celebrated a birthday today, or is celebrating her birthday today. And it was somebody, and a good friend of mine, Dana Ross Brittingham, celebrated her birthday yesterday. There's quite a few other Leos in here, but I'm trying to shout out the ones that I actually know. And one more, my girl at the WEAA Dr. Today with Dr. K host. Dr. K herself celebrated a birthday yesterday. So, on the 2nd, I'm sorry. So happy birthday to those Leos and the Leos forthcoming. I'll shout y'all out next week.
All right. Shout out to you guys. Happy birthday. And we hope you guys enjoyed your day, of course. I have a couple, and then I'll jump to some celebs real fast. Well, not a couple, but just one that I really want to shout out. And I want to shout out my sister Ursula, who's been on this show, whose birthday. Happy birthday, sis.
I didn't know she was an August baby. Didn't even know.
Yes, indeed. Definitely a Leo. Definitely a Leo the lion with all the traits.
I was going to say, and now that I know that, it makes perfect sense.
It
Makes
makes
sense,
perfect
right?
sense. Yes, it does. So happy birthday, sis. And I hope you enjoyed your day down there in Florida. Also, real quick, side note, Florida's about to have this big hurricane. So I want to say to my sister, be safe down there. I hope you guys are in a safe place and ready for it. And that's for everybody in Florida and not just my sister. How about that? I'll do that. Also, I just want to run through some celebs. Hi, Ona Inez. It's good to see you checking in. What did she say? I can't. Read it to me, please.
She said Daddy reserved that beating style to his daughters. The boys were not so lucky. The boys was not so lucky. I'm telling you.
I did not know that.
Listen, Inez, my dad picked up that mantle and wore it well.
That's too funny. that is way too funny.
He wore it well.
Yeah, he did. He did. I actually got a spanking from Uncle Pete one time. He gave it to y'all more than he gave it to me, but he definitely
absolutely
gave it to me.
he wore it well. He was a pro.
Whatever. Those are the breaks.
Those are the breaks. Hey, it is what it is, right?
Right.
I just have a couple celebs to run through. We'll keep the show running. I want to say happy birthday to this young lady here. Rapper Yo-Yo, everybody, celebrating her birthday. Her birthday is actually today. So happy birthday to Yo-Yo, August the 4th. That's right. Also,
that's why you don't play with it. That's why you don't play with the yo-yo. That's why.
The yo-yo. I should have played that. But there's a reason why I didn't. But I should have played that, right? Also, I want to shout out to a man who's no longer here, but who I love, and that's funny man, Paul Mooney. Known to have been written jokes for all the greats, including the Richard Pryor and Bill Cosby. Happy birthday to Paul Mooney, August 4th, 1941 to May 19th, 2021. So I just wanted to recognize him and his contribution to the culture. Also was a fierce advocate for Black people too, for those who didn't know. And this will definitely, my wife will definitely love, and that is actor Michael Ealy. August 3rd, everybody, was his birthday. So happy birthday. That would paint me a little bit because I have to hear from my wife all the time about how much she loves Michael Ealy, but that's okay. I ain't a hater. He's a good-looking guy just like I am. So happy birthday to Michael Ealy. How about that?
You are so gracious, Sean.
Ain't I though? I'm trying to tell people, you know what I mean? 2 more people, we're gonna keep the ball rolling. I have to. Where would I be if I didn't say special happy birthday to this guy?
I see trees of green.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Louis Armstrong.
I see them blue.
Born August 4th, 1901. Passed away July 6th, 1970.
What a wonderful world.
And we still play that song to this day. People still do it on karaoke and everything.
Really? It's one of the best songs
ever.
And sung by him. I've not heard anyone sing it better than he.
What does that say?
I guess it's still on the beating, okay?
What does it say? My glasses aren't on, people. I'm sorry.
I'm going to guess that Peter probably got his beating style from Mom. So, blame his daddy.
I'm going to guess you're right. Guess you're right. I never met Boom, your grandmother, or Debbie, your mom, but I'm gonna say you're probably right. Hearing from you talk about how your father was spanking. Was nice. It was nice with the belt. That's a whole other story, everybody. One more, people, and we'll keep the ball rolling. I want everybody to pay attention to this guy here and show their respect, please. Happy birthday to this guy. So in love with you.
This is your victory. Now, I know you didn't do this just to win an election. And I know you didn't do it for me. You did it because you understand the enormity of the task that lies ahead. But my main message is to the parents of Trayvon Martin. If I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon. They had their entire lives ahead of them. Birthdays, graduations, weddings, kids of their own. Among the fallen were also teachers, men and women who devoted their lives to helping our children fulfill their dreams. So our hearts are broken today. It's the idea held by generations of citizens who believe that America is a constant work in progress, who believe that loving this country requires more than singing its praises or avoiding uncomfortable truths. It requires the occasional disruption, the willingness to speak out for what is right, to shake up the status quo. That's America.
That's cool. That's right.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Facts, evidence, reason, logic, an understanding of science. These are good things. These are qualities you want in people making policy. Black, white, Latino, Asian, Native American, young, old, gay, straight, men, women, folks with disabilities, all pledging allegiance under the same proud flag to this big, bold country that we love. That's what I see. That's the America I know. Obama out.
Happy birthday to former President Barack Hussein Obama. Yeah.
Did you make me cry?
That was beautiful. Yes. So proud. So proud. So extremely proud. Happy birthday, sir. I know you're gonna enjoy your day. I know Michelle's gonna make sure of it. But from us here at From the Shore to Be More, we want to send a special happy birthday, sir. Thanks for everything. Thanks for everything. Oh, that's me. Sorry, guys.
Look, I was jamming.
Yeah, right.
Whatever's next, I like it.
Well, I want to say, first of all, happy birthday to all. We want to say happy birthday to all the Leos and to all people out there who are having celebrations throughout this summer, whether it's birthday parties, whether it's backyard barbecues. We just want to remind you guys of this. To level up your birthday party or any celebration, you need to call Shush Entertainment for your solid disco party experience, hosted by our own DJ Boom. Looking for that special gift? Look no further than jayztrades.com for a custom image 3-piece set for that special someone in your life. Or, if you're interested in an astrological reading, contact business carriers to find out how the stars are lining up for you. That's right, everybody. Contact visit carriers to find out how the stars are lining up for you. Now, let's keep the ball rolling.
You know, I guess right now we should start the show.
Must see TV and movies. Like I say all the time, this is definitely one of my favorite things to do, and I hope it's definitely yours. All right, guys, what do you got for me?
I got something. It's not a movie. it is a oh, Inez says, I didn't know Satchmo was Leo. Figures, look at that smile.
Right,
Yes.
right. That's funny. That's too funny.
So speaking of Inez, my pick actually is a series on Cesar Millan, Better Dogs, Better Human. He's known as the Dog Whisperer. And why I highly recommend that series is that Cesar Millan demonstrates or shows how our vibrations affect our dogs.
Wow.
And often people bring him a dog and they say, this dog is crazy. And Cesar Millan, gets into what he calls calm confidence. And then he'll go, so if y'all hear me on the show going, that means y'all getting out of control.
All right, too funny. Everybody's got jokes today.
And the moment he handles that dog, the people are like, what? Whose dog is that? And so that leads me to understand that if our vibrations are felt by dogs, they're also felt by other human beings.
I would think so, yeah.
In a way that they may not know that's what they're reacting to. And so, God, I pray to always remember calm confidence, and I forget all the time, but calm confidence.
Okay.
Cesar Millan, Hulu, watch every
Cesar Millan. And my wife just wants to say happy birthday to everybody. Thanks, T, for always tuning in and checking out the show. I appreciate that for sure. And that's on Hulu, right?
On Hulu. And Inez, if you want to tweet me, did I say Inez is the one who got me watching that? Yeah, Inez is the one who actually started me watching that a couple of years ago. And oh my God, he was on as the Dog Whisperer. There are probably older videos elsewhere, but it's really brilliant. And yeah,
that's a good one. I know him from the Dog Whisperer. I think I might have seen it once or twice. Yeah, I might have saw it once or twice. But
I used to watch the show the day
really?
Come on.
Okay.
Dog Whisperer. Yeah, I used to watch it. Thought it was interesting.
Awesome.
I had a dog I used to call Dumb Dog. I guess he could have fixed the dog, but the dog was a dumb dog to me. I just sold it. I guess he could have fixed it, but I wasn't
paying. He wouldn't be fixing the dog. He would be fixing you.
No, he fixed the dog. The dog was a dumb dog. The dog was a dumb dog.
Lord, I can't do nothing with this boy.
That's what's going on. This dog. I rid of it. Guy, you gotta go. He's stupid.
All right, but go check it out, folks. And come back next week. Let us know what you thought. How about that? All right, Boom, what you got?
I did watch The Family Plan. So listen, folks who don't have Apple TV, Apple TV is one of the best things to me you can have. They got all kinds of movies on Apple TV. I mean, I got a list of movies for days that I'm gonna watch on Apple TV. So if you have Apple TV, subscribe to it. But I did watch The Family Plan with Mark Wahlberg. He basically was used as an ex-CIA assassin who now has a family, and the people are coming after him. So it's a comedy, comedy action sort of thing. It's a pretty good movie for a Sunday afternoon. You want to sit around and watch a movie with the family, pretty good movie called The Family Plan. So I did watch that movie. I feel like I watched something else. I can't remember. I don't know. I'll be getting old. I need to be writing this stuff down when I be writing these movies. Watch these movies.
Yeah, I had to get in the habit for sure. On that, Inez just would say she loved Cesar Millan. I watched him to learn the human psychology. That's interesting. And shout out to Inez. Thanks for tuning in and contributing, by the way, also. Deborah's talking about the Dog Whisperer. Yeah, we mentioned that. She couldn't help but try to correct you.
I love it. Thank you. That's my big sister. When
She
I
said-
got her big sister, she's my big sister. Today, she's my big sister.
Got each other's back all the time.
Asheo.
Right,
What
right.
you got, cuz?
I got just two. One I saw, one I didn't see yet. I want to start, of course, with the one I saw. I saw this on Netflix. I was flipping through, nothing to watch, so I figured I'd check out this documentary. And this documentary is called Dirty Pop. Some of you might have already saw this. I don't know, but I watched this documentary, and what this was about. This was about Lou. Let me get his name right because I don't want to get it wrong. Lou Pearlman, who was responsible for starting the Backstreet Boys, Instinct, and other boy bands, and the huge fraud that it all was. I'm gonna leave it there. For those who didn't see it. You gotta go see it because this was nuts. I knew there was something to it. I never knew the full story, but when I watched it, I could not believe what this dude did to them. So yeah, if you get a chance, check it out. You saw it, Boom?
Yeah, I saw it. I told you I'll be watching stuff and be forgetting. Yeah, I saw it. It's more on the scam side than fraud side, but it's good. It's good. Well,
I guess people would say it was a Ponzi scheme. The whole thing, the whole way he was doing it. Everybody, I don't want to give away too much, but trust me when I tell you. I first started watching it and then I was quickly locked in. this dude was pulling off some crazy stuff.
Yeah, he was
crazy stuff. And the way he robbed them of their money and stuff, it was. I'm gonna leave it there. Y'all go check it out. It out. So Dirty Pop. Well, I saw that on Netflix, ladies and gentlemen. I got one more. This one isn't out yet. I think it comes out in 2, maybe 3 days. And I'm going to encourage people to go check this out. Do we all remember the infamous Miss Cleo from back in the days, like in the 90s? Do we remember her? Well, yeah, there is a show now. Miss Cleo, The Rise and Fall, ladies and gentlemen. And I cannot wait to see this because I knew people who used to actually call this lady and actually believed the things that she would say. Really, I mean, it was nuts. And she had this going for a long time. This wasn't just a 1-year thing. This went on for years. And she talked about yeah. And she talks about the kind of money that she made doing it, and that's going to be on Lifetime, everybody. Miss Cleo, The Rise and Fall. Please, everybody, go check that out. Come back next week. Tell me all about it. I want all the juice.
I wish it was on another network because I just can't do Lifetime. I just can't.
It's a funny thing. We had this discussion yesterday. I don't want to hold up the show too much, but we had this discussion yesterday because I was at a family event. And so we're chatting, and we talked about Lifetime. And one of the guys actually said, I'm not going to mention no names, that he watches Lifetime. And I was looking at him in awe and shock, like, what? And it dawned on me, like, is someone just being like a man? Am I being like a man? I mean, is this really good? You know, all the girls.
I ain't gonna dwell on it too much either, but I don't feel like it's a man thing. It's just I can't. I don't think it's a man thing.
Looking on Debbie's face, I think she got something to say.
I know women that don't rock with it too, so I don't think it's a man thing. I don't know. I just can't do Lifetime. I'm gonna try to sit through it though. I'm gonna see what they got going on with this Cleo thing.
What about your
on Debbie? Money, right?
I'm sorry.
It's cable. Lifetime is on cable.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
it is cable.
Cable, then you have to stream it, which means you have to pay, and I can't pay for another one.
No, it's definitely cable. It's free. You can get it. I'm surprised you haven't been watching it because the channel. I think. Oh, okay, all right. But you can catch it also on the internet. Okay. You can get it on the internet. But it's catered toward women, so it's surprising when I hear men watch it. But I hear, and I did see a couple movies on it. My wife maybe watch a couple. Like we watched, I think Sister Act this morning. There are some entertaining movies on it, and so we had fun watching it this morning. But the channel is mainly catered toward women, and I think that's what this is. Right, Boom?
Yeah.
yeah. But that's okay. Listen, folks. If you have a topic out there that you think that our audience would love, If you are interested, more importantly, in sponsoring the show, we would love to hear from you guys. To contact us, you can reach us on our YouTube channel, where you can comment during the show, and please don't forget to subscribe. You can also watch, like, subscribe, and comment during the show on our social media platforms, our Facebook page, or our Instagram is @FromTheShoreToBeMore. Our Twitter or X is @2_BeMore. Our email is FromTheShoreToBeMore@gmail.com, or you can call the show at 732-440-9314. If no one answers, please leave a message, and someone from the show will get back to you. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get back to you. That's right, everybody. It's time to jump into our topic, but before we do that, I just want to say this to all our subscribers and all our future subscribers. It's important that you not only subscribe, but you also go back and hit that notification button, ladies and gentlemen. You have to do that separately. So I want to encourage everybody to go back, all our subscribers, go back. Make sure you hit that notification button so you don't miss any of our special episodes. There you go. How about it? All right, let's jump into this topic, everybody. Just friends, adult friendships, and you can see me smiling already. This is such a topic. Funny thing, when Boom and I and On Debbie were first talking about this this topic, we agreed that I think we agreed that for the most part, men and women or people who are attracted to the opposite sex can be friends. But there's always that little gray area. And I think you adults out there all know what I mean. There's always that little gray area. Agree or disagree? I'm speaking to you guys.
It's obvious that there's a thin line between
love and hate. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Right, that is obvious, but. So I posed that question to quite a few people this weekend.
Good.
Unfortunately, when I try to record, because I try to be like the bro on the streets and be recording people now.
Okay.
The videos won't be in the right format for me to put them on the show. So I had to figure out how to do that. So I can get the actual people's responses. But for the most part, people are saying it's all about trust. The people, if in a relationship, it's about trust the people, blah, 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 blah. So I asked the young man, I said, so if your girl has a male friend,
I was about to go there.
You cool with that? He said, yeah. I said, and you'd be cool with him and her meeting up and hanging out. He said, yeah. I said, what about him and her taking a trip? And he said, well, no, that's a different story. So, because why would a friend want to take a married woman on a trip? I said, that's her friend. Now, I'm speaking, just completely open because that's her friend, and say they were friends before you met her. You know what I mean? Because that's her friend. He was like, nah. I'm not going to go for that. I said, okay, so what if it was her female friend? He like, yeah, that's fine. They could go on a trip together. I said, what's the difference? So, of course, he said what the difference was. One got a vagina, one has a penis. I said, women do sleep with women, right? If that's your concern, women sleep with women, right?
Let's start that out.
Right.
I'm going to put my 2 cents in and say this. I see where you're going, Boom. First of all, when you have friends are supposed to, these are relationships that you might be close to these people, but there's still some space there. What I mean, you don't have an attachment like you would your significant other to a friend. When I hear somebody say they want to take my wife on a trip, that says to me you're trying to cross the line. Girlfriends is a little different only because I understand what you're saying, but if my wife is fooling around with her friend or somebody else is fooling around with their friend, this is something that they've been doing secret. Because when it comes up, I want to take a trip with my girlfriend. As a husband, I'm not thinking that. My guard is down a little bit. Right or wrong, it is.
Yeah,
my guard's going to be down a little bit.
If it was a male friend, immediately it's going to set alarm bells off. What I try
well, of course, because in the real world, it's supposed to be about men and women. But I mean, not in the real world, but in society, it's supposed to be about men and women. But we all know in the real world that it's not, right?
Right.
So we've been conditioned to believe that a man is automatically going to try to sleep with a woman. I guess what I'm trying to go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Or vice versa. It's not just men trying to sleep with women. Women trying to sleep with men too. So it's not a man thing for women. It's a people thing. People do that.
All right. So we automatically assume the opposite sex is what I mean. The opposite sex is going to naturally attract to each other. Right. Now, but we all know in the real world that things are a little shady. Well, not,
personally, my line of vision, if I'm not going to trust you with a dude, I'm not going to trust you with a chick, and that's just it. If I'm not gonna choose either way, I'm just not going to trust it because people wilding these days. I'm gonna just keep it real. So if my concern is you're going to take a trip and y'all going to sleep together, then I'm gonna be like, nah, you can't go with her either. You know what I mean? If that's my concern, I don't care. Go do you, because I want you to know that I could do you. I could do it better than you can. So if you go out there and you do something against what we got going on, guess who can do it better than you? So for me, that's on you. If you're going to take them chances, go for it.
For me to have that kind of attitude means I probably suspected something all along. I'm more comfortable with a female being friends with females because that seems more natural to me. That is the point I'm trying to make. But females being close friends, not just friends, but close friends with the male is going to raise alarms, I think, in most men. But here's the bigger question. Let's put this out there. Can people of the opposite sex be friends when there's an obvious attraction there? Can you be friends with someone that you're attracted to? How about that? That is I'm gonna say no for me. That's a no for me. No.
To me, that's how everything starts. If you see somebody, if you see somebody, what you have nothing else to go on but their look. So you're gonna be naturally attracted to them until you have a conversation, and then you can decide where you put them. What we need to do is stop loosely throwing the word friend around, because everybody's not your friend. They're just people that you know. They're just acquaintances. And so we got to stop calling everybody our friend. You know what I mean? Or you hear people say, oh, I got 3 best friends. How you got 3 best? How? That's like saying I got, I don't know. How you got 3 best? You can't have 3 best. You only have 1 best. It's not best this is. You know what I mean? It's best. What's the best food? Chicken. Oh, it's chicken, lasagna, and such. How is 3 things the best? It can't be. It's impossible. So we got to stop loosely throwing around that word friend, because everybody's not your friend. You know somebody got a hidden agenda. You know it. I have friends right now that I could travel the world with, and not a goddamn thing will happen between me and her. Nothing. That's how cool we are. Period. And we can stay in the same room and everything. We can stay in the same hotel room, whatever. Not one thing is going to happen between me and her. She ain't going to try nothing with me, and I'm not going to try nothing with her, because we're not going to disrespect our friendship like that.
Well, by golly, you're just an upstanding guy, because I would never put myself in that situation because of I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, Debbie. Your mic's a little.
I said he's a better man than me.
Me too. I'm being honest, and I'm talking about some real stuff. It's best for me not to even put myself in situations like that. It's just better just to stay out of a situation like that. A female person that I've known for a while comes to me and say, "Oh, you want to take a trip with me?" First of all, my wife is not gonna. My wife will kill me. And then secondly, I'm not gonna put myself in that situation because things are good. We drinking, we out partying. Yeah, things happen. And so I choose. For me, it's just better for me not to even be in a situation like that.
I have a tremendous amount of self-control. I've been highly intoxicated.
Really?
Absolutely. I've been highly intoxicated and didn't do nothing. So that to me is an excuse. Not to you in particular. I'm saying to me, that's an excuse. Like, oh, we was drinking and did that. Nah, you wanted to do it anyway. That's the thing. I don't want to do anything with her. So I'm not gonna do anything with her. I don't care what I'm drinking. And if I woke up in the morning and something happened, that means she gave me the Denzel Washington drug from Ricochet, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was
Well, what I'm hearing from you is that you're talking about people that you're just not even attracted to.
Absolutely, but that's my friend. Okay. I'm not attracted to my friends. You're my friend. That's why I said we got to.
None of them. Loosely. None of your female friends.
No, none of my friends. No, then you're not my friend. Then you're not my friend. You're somebody that I know that I'm attracted to. You're not my friend. Because I'm not going to bring you around my wife, my girlfriend, and I'm calling you my friend, knowing goddamn well at any moment, if you say, come on, let's do this, it's going to be on the pod. I'm not going to do that. You're just somebody I know that I'm attracted to. You're not my friend. My friends, I'm not doing that with. That's why I said we got to stop loosely throwing that word friend around. Then it's not a friend.
Big shout out to Renell. I want to say real fast. Super fan. Shout out.
I know that's right. Watching all the way from Italy. All right.
Watching all the way from Italy. That's right. That's right. Thank you. Spread the word over there in Italy. Let them Italians know what's going on over here from the shore of B-more. How about that?
Right. Absolutely.
We appreciate the love. But back to the conversation. I'm gonna say this. Boom. There are some females that I know. Some of them I even grew up with that I do consider friends. I do consider friends, and they are quite attractive. Yes, to this day, they are pretty. So there's an attraction there, natural one. Yeah, and so I am the type of person, I just choose not to put myself in situations like that. We both, and when I say we, I mean my female friends and I, we respect our relationship. And so that being said, we both are not going to put ourselves in situations like that. Not at all. We friends. We can dance, have fun, all that. Am I going to go on a trip with you? Hell no. No. First of all, my wife will kill me. Let me underline that, and I'm going to keep saying that throughout the show, ladies and gentlemen, because she's watching. First of all, but my wife will absolutely kill me, and my wife is not going to let any lady get that close to me. Let's just say that. How about you, Debbie? Have you ever been friends with someone that you were actually attracted to?
Well, if you're my friend, I'm attracted to you. You know, if you're talking about sexual attraction, you know, and I start getting feelings in my body in a certain way. But here's how I approach this topic. First of all, we are all sexual people.
Right.
There's no getting around that.
Right.
We're sexual beings from the time we're born.
Right.
And then what happens is we are acculturated. Not have sex with our cousins, and that wasn't always so. I mean, there was a time when cousins, you know, there was no differentiation. People married their cousins.
People married their cousins. Yes, they did.
People did some science, and they were like, "Whoa, no, you can't sleep with your cousin because your offspring, you know, may have warheads."
They're gonna have 3 legs, yeah.
Well, you know, they may have some issues.
Yeah, right.
And so part of the acculturation is keep my message quote up because I'm talking. I can't read and talk at the same time. I can, but
no. We'll make your point, and then we'll read her comment. Make your point, and then we'll read her comment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're all sexual people, and then there are boundaries. The acculturation is like setting boundaries, and then we buy into the boundaries, and we say, okay, I'm not going to be interested in my cousin. I'm not going to be interested in my sister's husband, because that's a cultural boundary that many of us adhere to, and some of us do not.
Right.
Also, so I think we need to define attraction, because I have met women who I felt like, oh my God, like there was something about her that I was interested in her, but it never registered to me as sexual. Okay. And, you know, maybe it could, I don't know. But so, you know, as a sensitive, sensual person, I can get excited about like I'm in love with Daddy with the dirty dog. What's his name?
What? Who?
Dog. Snoop Dogg.
Snoop. Shout out to Snoop over there in the Olympics.
I'm attracted to Snoop.
Oh, you are?
Yes, I like him.
Thanks for sharing.
But if Snoop Dogg came in my room and was like, "Hey, baby, I heard you want me," I'd be like, "This must be crazy," because my attraction is other. And then, but I also want to share that often people use friendship as a smokescreen for their
I think you touched on that.
Someone. Sometimes people have even emotional, they're on the phone with somebody and they're saying, "My husband told him," blah, blah, and they're using that friend for emotional bonding because they're not having the bonding with their husband. And if their husband said, "Well, who's that you're talking to?" They say, "My friend," but they were actually, and for me, it's not just about sexual bonding, it's about who you emotionally bond with. I know many men who will, put it in, but
you're gonna get us kicked off.
I'm trying, but he is not into me. Right. He might be into my vagina, but he is not into me, heart and soul.
Right.
Doing it ain't loving me. And so I would keep a close eye on it. Yeah. If I have a man who says that's his friend, I say okay, but I pay attention to everything. And if I begin to get a scent, something don't smell right, then I am going to bring it up. So yes, men and women can be friends. However, yes, we can have that we can feel sexual. I'm going to tell you the story, because I just tell the truth. So I go to this movie with my male friend. He has a woman, I have a man. I'm sitting in the movie with him. And it was a love story, and it was just wonderful. And I noticed my body moving towards him. Like it just did it. I don't know what happened. My body just moved. But then I saw it, and I said, "Ooh, Deborah." I pulled back. And when we got out the movie, I said to him, "You know what? I'm sorry about that." It's so.
Let me stop you there for that. Let me stop you there 1 second. What if he, when you leaned over, what if he would have leaned over? What if he would have tried to kiss you in that moment? Oh yeah, we gonna get into it.
Just not trying to get my business. I believe that at that point I would be conscious and aware. So I think this is all about awareness. I became aware. I was aware that my body was moving towards him. If he picked up on that and thought, "Ooh, she's into me," and let me go further, I would have to say, "I didn't. You know what? I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. Oh, get out of here! Put your head back. Sit back in your chair."
Oh, I'm listening.
I would have to say. No.
Honest answer.
That was a moment. I apologize for it. I understand that I was feeling extra close, and you are a man, and my body was gravitating to you as a man. But other than that, I could say no. And by the way, this man and I are still friends. And every once in a while, I'm like, "Oh my God, like he's a perfect friend. I really like him as a man, but I am not sexually attracted to him." What was I now saying?
Oh yeah, boom. Can you put that back up? And when you guys please read it, my visions. I gotta get my glasses.
She said, "I met a man in class who gave me a ride home. I wanted to I wanted to invite him to meet my then husband. My husband was livid. He wasn't buying friend in no way, shape, or form between me and any man.
No.
All right, so if I'm not mistaken,
right.
that's the same man who got women friends. But it's not up to me
Listen.
to call people out. You know, so that now we're dealing with a jealousy or a preconceived notion or an insecurity. And often, just because someone is jealous of you potentially having a relationship with someone else does not mean that they're not open to doing it. They may feel they get a free pass for whatever reason. But the fact that she was inviting him in did mean she was excited about him, I think. I guess, am I in trouble?
She said, yes, he had women friends. Mm-hmm.
So, so she was excited. So maybe he picked up on that. And once you've been married, and I believe by that time, they had been married for many, many years. Some of the softness and the energy of friendship even wears away.
Let me tell you what I see in that statement that Aunt Inez made.
Inez called me baby if I'm in trouble.
A guy gave her a ride home. She didn't want no BS from the husband that she was with. So I'm gonna introduce you to this guy. That's how I see it, because I will do that. I don't have to know you. If you need a ride, I'll give you a ride. If you said, I will do that. Do I do that for everybody? No, I don't do that for everybody.
Absolutely.
But to keep it on the listen, this is cool. He gave me a ride home, blah, 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 blah. And you leave it like that. That's how I took that statement right there. And then his insecurities, because he got women friends and he know he'll fuck those women friends. Keep it on.
Right on the head.
He gonna try to keep that control to make sure this thing don't happen over here, because I gotta have all the women and the women can't have nobody.
Because I believe in his comment, in her comment, on Inez's comment, she said that she was going to introduce the man to him. Me as a man, I would have went out there, shook his hand like, thank you, thanks for making sure that my wife made it home safe. And me, I would have gave him a hell of a grip and looked right in his face.
That's the time you gotta give that. You gotta give that. Don't give that whippy handshake at that point. Don't do it.
No, I would have crushed him.
I once had a friend who I picked up that he liked women, but it wasn't just that he liked me. It was like he liked women. And how can look, I like men. I like you, men. I have a good time with you, men. I'm not.
We do. We love you too.
You know what I mean? But there is something about your maleness, and y'all thinking, which is sometimes like, Lord, those men. But there's a certain energy that I'm going to get from you as men. So what I did with him, knowing that he loved women, is I invited my women over to the house a lot. So he didn't have to go outside. Is that controlling? I'm sorry. Is that controlling? Somebody wanna
I just want to say that.
I had them in the house and I could see them enjoying them. And they weren't, nobody had, took off their clothes in front of me and or went into the back room. But he had the joy. Why shouldn't he enjoy women? But I was going to keep my eye on it.
That's right.
Absolutely. So I just want to clarify something too, real quick. I am not trying to sit here and preach as if I'm some perfect dude, whatever the case may be. Yeah, I do have people that I know that, given the opportunity, I will smash. But if I'm calling you my friend, like if I'm calling you my friend, like I could call Greg up and say, Greg, meet me at the Windsor. We're going to have some drinks, blah, blah, blah. I want to be able to do the same thing with her if I'm calling you my friend, because I'm not going to do nothing with Greg. So you're in that same, what I'm saying is you're in that same category. So I'm not going to do nothing right. I'm not going to do nothing with Greg. I'm not going to do nothing with Jason. I'm not going to do nothing with Kevin. So why would I do something with Tora? that's my homegirl. That's my friend. That's my friend. And when I go to Baltimore, I say, hey, I'm in your town. What's up? You know what I mean? That's my friend. I'm not doing nothing with her. Let's connect, laugh, go.
We can't always control our feelings.
Thank you.
And I think the thing is to become. Did you just make a sound? I'll talk to you later. Did you just me? Were you doing a season of mine to me? Okay, so I think the thing is to become aware and not then try to push something down. So then if I became aware that I was having feelings for a male friend that was crossing some sort of line, that boundary that I had established, my awareness would cause me to take action, which would be either to check myself. I don't have to say anything to him. Check myself. Yeah. Or if it's so strong, I'd have to say to him, look, friend, I have, intense feelings and I need to pull back. I've never had to do that, by the way, but I think that's what I do. But I have checked myself on feelings.
I would say this.
I'm passionate.
To kind of sum it up.
And as a passionate woman, it's very possible that I'm going to feel something. And I don't want to deny myself my passion,
To sum it up, I think the three of us can agree that it starts with first knowing who you are. Like I said before, I know who I am, and so I choose not to put myself in certain situations. I'm passionate, like on Debbie. I have a strong sex drive. I got 3 baby mamas. Let me sum it up like that. I think that says it all right there. But who all love me, I love them, by the way. But I have 3 baby mamas. I mean, I'm a passionate person, as you probably see on this show. And so I know better than to put myself in situations like that. It just works better for me not to even bother. If boom, you can do that and you're good, then that's fine. That's good for you. Me, I can't do that. And I won't do that. Even to this day, I will not put myself in situations like that.
And see, now on the other side, you're speaking as a man that's married. I'm speaking as a man that's single. I had a woman call me at 3:30 in the morning, ask to come to my house because I live closer to where she was going home from. And I let her come over here. Ask me, did anything happen with us? And I'm gonna tell y'all right here on this podcast, it's been over a year since I've been sexually active with anybody. So you don't think that having somebody come and lay in my bed, I would want to do something? Hell no, I'm not doing. One, she's intoxicated. Nope, you ain't catching me up in no bullshit. I try to do this, I try to do that. No, I did not. You came here, you went to sleep, and you got up and you went home. Period. You know what I mean? No, I'm not doing that. So that's from the single man side of things. So in a relationship, come on now, even in that case, if I was here with a girlfriend or a wife and that girl called intoxicated, I would say, listen, we got 2 other bedrooms back here. She can come and stay there and fall asleep and get up the next morning and do whatever. I'm gonna keep it to where you're gonna understand that no, I'm not gonna do this against our relationship, whether I'm married or you're my girlfriend, whatever. The other side of this is, what if the person was gay? What if the female friend was gay? What if the guy friend was gay? Does that make a difference?
I want to ask you, Boom, if your sexuality is by nurture or nature. But I remember I had a gay male friend, and he was visiting me, and I needed to change his clothes. And you're on, right? So, I took off my blouse. Yeah. I'm like, he gay? Yeah. And he said to me, I'm still a man.
Still a man. It still works. It still works.
I'm like, okay. Then I learned something.
Yeah,
with my girlfriend, I was assume, that we're having, this is an expression of our intimacy. But is your sexuality by nature or nurture? Because some people when Shaheen describes his sexuality as being intense and passionate, and so it's not like he's a bad man.
Right. No.
For example, all that. But some people have stronger sex drives than other people. We want to make it all unilateral. It's not. I don't think it is. I think we all have different,
Yeah. People, I think. Well, let me say this. I think we can at least agree on this: that you have to be careful with friend relationships. First of all, there's two sides to every relationship, including friend relationships. There can't be no hidden agendas, meaning that you're friend with this person and you're thinking other stuff on the side, and that goes for the other person too. It can't be that because it's unhealthy. Then you know what I mean. To have a healthy relationship with friends, there needs to be boundaries. Would you agree?
Absolutely, 100%. There has to be a sense of self-control. I was in a situation where I was like, listen. I don't know her that well, but if she take this trip with me, if the opportunity presents itself, it's on and popping. I'm not gonna make it happen.
Every time for me. Every time.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna make it happen. Of course, I'm not gonna mention who the person was, but
please do.
I'm not gonna mention who the person was.
What's their name? Who was it? who? Yeah, we causing trouble.
It's somebody down here anyway. Y'all don't even know if I told y'all.
Well, then you should just go ahead and say it.
No. I got people that watch the show. I got people that watch the show, but I was like, and I kept it. And she and I, if she is watching, she and I had a conversation, said, we know we have a attraction to each other. We already know it. So like you said, Shaheen, you don't put yourself in certain situations where that attraction can go overboard. You know what I mean? So we're not going to do that. But we were going to take a trip. Well, I was taking a trip. She was going to go with me. And if the opportunity would have presented itself, it would have been on and popping. That's an agreement between both of us.
Our sexual energy isn't always directed at other people. And here's an example of what I mean. One time I was coming out of work and I needed to make a left to go to the train station. Suddenly my body went right. And I was like, where are you going? There were a group of men, like a huge group of men. I think they may have been Nation of Islam. So they were, holding themselves a certain way. Okay. My energy was like, man, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be going over there to do nothing. If I had found myself in that mix, it wasn't that. It's a certain kind of draw. And I think we have to know ahead of time how our own energy operates. I'm so happy to be 72 and a half, I think, going on almost a half, because I have a certain kind of maturity and plus my sexual energy is different now. And I don't get into those situations, but when I was younger, that was not, and I've never been married. If Shaheen has 3 babies, mamas, I had potentially, I won't tell the true number, I'll say potentially 6.
Okay, now. All right, now.
What I mean? Because look, I'm single my entire life, and I'm a sexual being. So I picked a nice low number, but it's a little low. It's a little higher than that. So I've learned, one of the things that I have had to learn is to navigate my natural sexual instinct without denying myself, without lying to myself.
Right.
But I could make conscious choices.
Right.
And it's easier to make conscious choices at 72. But much of my life, I made conscious choices about what I was going to do with my body. And thankfully, I had the mother that I had because she gave a lot of teaching around sexuality. I mean, so that it wasn't, when I went out there, I really had, my Doris was right there in the back of my head. And thank you, Mama, because I think without being raised well, I might have been what they call a whole, and I want to say that without judgment for anybody. I'm saying that without judgment. I don't want to say people shouldn't have whatever sexuality they have, but that's what astrologers are for. Call me, or call Inez.
I would say this, and as the time is ticking away. Like I said before, I think we just have to be careful with our adult relationships, because keep this in mind: once you cross the line, you're no longer friends anymore. It's more than that.
It's crossed. And I'm not going for you. I'm not going for meet nobody, and you introduce me to this dude saying that that's your brother, or vice versa. That's my sister. I ain't introducing you to somebody and saying, if that ain't my sister, that's not my sister. Period. You know what I mean? And I know I slept with this person, or I intend to sleep with them at some point, because trust me, that has happened. Not to me. I just know, people be like, oh yeah, that's my brother. And I be looking at them like, what? I'm your brother. That he was. Wow. Okay, brother. It is like that's nuts to me.
Yeah.
It is.
Shaheem uses the word careful. I also like the word conscious, because we can be careful, but then when we go unconscious, it's all off. You have to learn to read your own energy and to become aware. It's called consciousness raising. We really need to be conscious about who we are and how we move, and you need to know ourselves. For people who think I'm wise, let me tell you, it's wisdom born of watching myself, learning myself. It's not, I come out this why. I'm wise because I've been in plenty of scrapes, and I've had plenty of opportunities to get wise. That's how you get wise. You be conscious. You know thyself.
Well, there you go.
And tell yourself the truth.
All right. It's a heck of a conversation today, everybody. We hope that all of you out there definitely got something from it. And listen, we wish you guys would have contributed. Thank you on Inez. More guys would have jumped in, but that's okay. You can do it next week. But before we start signing off, boom, you ready for the OMG of the week?
OMG.
So you're not trying to
Wrong thing. My bad. OMG of the week.
I've been dating him since 2015. I met him when he was 21. And we had our first kid like a year after 2016. And we had another kid in 2017.
Wait for it.
And I just recently found out that this was my son that I gave up for adoption.
What did you say?
I just recently found out that this was my son that I gave up for adoption.
Huh?
Let me just grab my stuff off the bus.
Wow.
Insane. OMG of the week.
That is definitely. Wow. Be careful out there, people. Be careful out there.
That's why I said I had to give props to my dad. Whatever he was doing in his life, no one has ever come up to us, oh, I'm your sister, brother, blah, 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 blah. We don't have none of them issues going on. So shout out to my dad.
Definitely.
Shout out to mine too, although I think it would be so much fun to discover I have another sister or brother now.
Not in that way, though.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope like heck that you enjoyed today's topic. It definitely was a fun one. I definitely enjoyed it. I know my co-host enjoyed it. We hope that you guys enjoyed it too. But we're gonna start rounding it out, and I'm gonna start by asking, Aunt Debbie, what you got coming up this week?
Well, I'm going to a party tonight, a Leo party. I'm very excited about that, and I have a few astrology appointments.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. Oh my goodness, I have a very busy week coming up. This is the week of all the silent discos up there in Maryland. The Rooftop on the 8th, the Formula Studios on the 9th, and El Dragon on the 10th, and then Loafers on the 11th. So I got a huge week coming up. I will be traveling again this week up to Maryland, and I will be there all week. So everybody,
there you go.
Turn down for what?
Make sure you go check them out. Everybody, you all know what I'm up to. Go check out therealshaheem.com. The release date for my new song Charlene will be coming up this week. I will let you guys know. But more importantly, go check out hazytrades.com for your summer essential and any gift ideas. We've added a lot of new products that I think you guys are going to love. So just go ahead and go check that out. How about that?
Absolutely. Make it do what it do when it needs to be done.
Making it do what it needs to be done. Another great episode. Another fun topic. We just love sharing our love with you guys. And we hope that you guys love sharing your love with us. And we look forward to seeing you all again next week for another fantastic episode of From the Show to Be More next Sunday at 2 o'clock. How about that, everybody? Enjoy your Sunday, everybody. We'll see you guys next week. We're going to go out on a high note today. How about that? Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
The colors of the rainbow, pretty in the sky.